Welcome back to the Psychic Soul Healer channel. My name is Laura. I'm going to do a general message for Virgo. Know that energy is fluid. So never force anything. Take what you need, leave the rest because energy is fluid. And so you may have to flip it, switch it, twist it. All right. Again, only you will be able to decipher the reading for yourself. Now, again, this is a general message, so it's not going to resonate with everyone. The message always goes towards people that need to hear it. That's how spiritual energy works. If you're new to my channel, any important links to me anyway, you can find in the description box. You can find my website link, you can find Patreon link, you can find other YouTube channel links, and you can find directions on how to enter winning a free psychic reading with me. So tonight, all you would need to do is like the video, smash that subscribe button, and write the word love in your comment bar. You'll know if I chose you, if I wrote winner underneath your comment. If I did, then you just have to write the times and dates that you would be available, and we would work it out what works best for both of us. All right. Now let's just jump right on into this reading tonight, Virgo. Obscurity. Naturalist. Self-observation. Intuition. So right now I'm feeling, Virgo, that anywhere in your life that is not really fulfilling you, that's not giving you adequate energy, you are taking some inventory of to actually like get rid of it, to no longer hold on to it. That could be people, it could be jobs, it could be, again, just anything that's not really growing you. I also believe that you're connected to someone that feels very, very small. And again, they feel, again, very strong connection to you, an ESP, soulmate connection. Again, there's a lot of 3D correspondence back and forth with you and them. Again, they have intuition about you. You have intuition about them. There's also a 3D connection. Again, and this is making your person do a lot of self-observation about themselves, about why do they feel so small? They feel so small because they've only dated people that have kept them small. That's one reason. They grew up in a family that also kept them small. And so it actually felt natural for them to play it small for a long time. They played it safe. I feel like the connection between you and them feels very, very natural. They've never experienced this. I feel they usually feel very inadequate because, again, they feel small. They feel like they're not good enough. So again, this connection is very healing to you and them. Because again, you both have this spiritual connection where it feels natural, but I don't feel that your person gave you a lot because they felt small. And the thing is that you have such strong intuition with them, and you know that this is a soulmate type of connection. So to make they made you feel small because they felt small where they didn't give anything. Like, well, what they gave was very small. So it's, again, the whole thing, this whole connection. This person feels small, so they gave little. And then that made you feel little. But there's again, this natural connection with you and them because it's, again, a soulmate connection. But understand this connection, I feel the main purpose for it anyway in this layer is telling us that it was all for healing you and for healing them. Because again, you coming into their life made them look at themselves because they didn't give you that much. And because they didn't give you that much, I don't believe you stayed around with them. I believe that you know, said, I know that you have feelings for me and you care for me, but you're not really giving me anything. And it's making me feel bad. Again, they made you look at yourself, Virgo, where you said, why am I sticking around with someone that's not really giving me anything? Regardless of the fact that we have this strong connection. And I feel like you can feel that they're thinking about you still, that there's this intuition and knowing that they still have this connection to you, and vice versa. They can feel you because, again, it's still a soul relationship. Soul relationships are ones that are divine, and they're ones that are brought together for the purpose of evolution, for healing. So again, your person made you feel small, but no one should be able to make you feel small. And so again, they drew this attention to you, and possibly because you spent too much time waiting for them, Virgo, thinking that they were going to do the right thing. But the truth of the matter is, this person's very insecure. They need a lot of healing, and that you actually have triggered that within inside them, made them become aware of the healing that they need to do on themselves. Because even though you two have very strong ESP and intuition, again, the lack of giving is really what has made this relationship, again, deteriorate on your level anyway. But I believe they're still holding on. Okay, so that's a spiritual energy. So I want to know again what spiritual energies that you have dealt with this person, and why. Again, what other wounding did they bring out? Because again, they didn't give anything. They were obscure. Again, it was for their own lack. But a lot of times when we like someone, we feel that they're going to treat us the same way that we would treat them. But that's not what happened, because I don't believe your person thinks the way that you think. Self-righteous. So they were cocky about it. I believe that they gave you little and they wanted you to act like it was a lot. And they didn't know your importance in the beginning. I don't believe that they gave enough time. They gave you such little time that they didn't take the time to get to know you. And there was a sense of arrogance and on their part, and a sense of them trying to elevate themselves. And distracted, checking out of reality, suffering from overwhelm. So it's again that they were just there, that relationships trigger them. Relationships trigger them. They have a lot of wounds around it. So as soon as things started to get close, they run, they ghost, they cause problems, they talk to other people, they self-sabotage themselves. And then again, they're self-righteous about it. So it's, you weren't really able to talk to them about their behavior. They didn't want to listen. And then again, not really being proactive in the relationship, not giving anything, always trying to play down the connection to try and keep you believing that they didn't care as much. And then when asking them to like fix it, they would act like a victim. So, and which would keep you in a victim state. And that was mainly because of the past relationships that they've been through. They came into this relationship feeling small. They again are intimidated by you, but anything seems to again intimidate them because they don't feel good about themselves. However, again, the soulmate twin flame connection, they can definitely feel it. And it's not something that they can walk away from either. And I believe that part of the reason why they are a victim now is because they self-sabotage themselves. And the triggers are abandonment issues. This person like created abandonment issues because they were coming in, coming out, coming in, coming out. And every time you would get comfortable with them, they again would find a reason to sabotage the relationship. Wavering in and out of life causes severe anxiety triggers, and again brings up a lot of abandonment issues from your childhood, Virgo. And how did you trigger them? Judged. I felt my thoughts, feelings, and emotions were being judged by you. So again, you couldn't even talk to them about anything because again, anytime you did, they would again feel like you were judging them. So this was someone that again, I feel like it was again self-righteous and judged and didn't really care about your abandonment issues. Instead, they would always draw the attention back onto them like they were the victim, even though they were creating a lot of things that should have made you feel like the victim. But I believe that you walked away. And when you walked away, they became, again, even more of the victim because they weren't expecting that. So what are the hidden truths? What do they feel about you now? Because we see, again, one foot in, one out. They never really committed, like to create a lot of turbulence within the relationship. Now they're reflecting on it. Now they're doing a lot of self-observation on it, but it was after the relationship fell apart and you walked away. You came closer than anyone. Again, they have huge issues within relationships. So every single past relationship that was horrible, they just bring that baggage into the next relationship. So you, again, were dealing with someone that had nothing but bad relationships, possibly because they never give anything. They don't feel safe. They don't like committed relationships. They don't like that type of energy. And so again, I want to feel that way again because you had a friendship with them. I love you. I knew exactly what I was doing. So it's again, you came closer to them than anyone because they were giving it a chance. I believe that they, as long as they were going to be able to have the upper hand, they would always be in a relationship. I believe that, meaning that they could come and go as they pleased, which makes them feel as if they have the upper hand because they don't have to commit. They can do what they want to do. They have major commitment issues. They have detachment issues. So again, they do feel, and they did feel that unconditional love, again, that you have from a soulmate twin flame. The person feels like home. They want to feel that way again, but they also knew exactly what they were doing when they did it. They sabotaged the relationship. So now they're looking and they're realizing that they really do care. However, they already kind of sabotaged it. Because again, they have a lot of spiritual issues around relationships. And when a person doesn't heal, like I said, they just continue to bring their negative baggage into the next relationship. I'm battling inner demons. Yeah, because part of them wants to be in this relationship, but part of them doesn't want to humble themselves. They don't want to apologize. They don't want to change. But they love you. So again, in order for them to even be able to be in this type of relationship, they know that they would have to come in and be different. They know that they would have to come in and treat you again like you were important. This person wanted to give you little to keep you little. because they felt safe because of their abandonment issues. But they don't realize that they get the abandonment issues because they never give. They have a closed heart. They want people to settle for whatever they give due to, again, past relationships. But it's, again, that's not the way that you get more. Please don't give up on me. Again, I feel like you've already given up on them. I'm done playing games. Well, I feel like now they're thinking about, again, coming back and and realizing that you're important so that they want to be able to come back, and that they're not, but there's obstacles, and the obstacles are the past karma. So I believe how they treated you with the little breadcrumbing, they treat a lot of different people with the same type of energy, and I believe that they're paying dearly for it. And that's why they're done playing games. However, there's something that they're hiding from you. I feel like, for whatever reason, I feel like for some of you, they're hiding a loveless marriage or a loveless live-in relationship, something that's an important relationship, but they're trying to get out of. They don't want to be in the connection anymore. It's a loveless marriage. It's been like that for a long time. And this is why, again, they bring all their baggage into every single relationship, because they are not even worked through the relationship that they're in. I also believe that this person, like, hides the fact of just who they are. They lie about who they are. They say that they make more money than they do. They pretend they live better than they do. They actually don't, because they don't like who they are. They feel like they're small. So they overcompensate in their behavior, trying to make people think that they have such a great life and they don't have a good life. I get emotional when I think of you. Yeah, because of what they did. So part of them too knows, I would want to fix this. I would want to get back together with you, but they're hiding stuff from you, and they still haven't healed what they need to heal, so they still feel small. Again, and for a long time, I feel like they thought that you had rose-colored glasses when you looked at them, and I believe that they think that the rose-colored glasses are off. You see them for truly who they are now. And so, there's a part of them that's afraid. I wish you knew how grateful I am to have met you. Again, I believe you changed their life. Again, that said it in the beginning of this reading. So they do want to come back. They do want to give this relationship another try. However, I'm feeling like they don't want to talk about anything that transpired in the past. They would almost like to come in and, like, pick it up where they left off, which is not possible. Not possible. Like, they would have to actually come in and be completely different. And come clean and not hold back any secrets. Courage. They need the courage to come forward. Like I said, and be truthful and be honest. And again, they were just very emotional about the past, very emotional about the past. So what holds them back from having the courage to come forward and to ask for another chance is, again, the fact that they know that they didn't treat you well. They know that they had one foot in, one foot out. They know that that they're hiding things from you, that They would have to explain why they gave so little. And they would have to obviously say, again, whatever's going on in that other connection that they're in, even if it's loveless, and they need to clear. They need to clear themselves, and you would actually need to clear all the heartbreak and all the betrayal and all the games, again, and all the negative emotions that both of you have accumulated due to this connection. Because I believe, Virgo, that there's a part of you that's like, I don't really want to forgive this person. I don't think I can forgive this person, because they knew how much I cared for them, and they, again, still never took my feelings into consideration. I wasn't, anytime I tried to explain to them how I felt, they would shut it down. They would turn into the victim. They would say I was judging them. So again, they didn't give me the chance. And now that I'm gone, they want to give me the chance. So again, part of them knows that they have to have courage in order to come to you. But, they would need to, again, talk about the past and clear it. And they know that. And so part of them, I feel like they don't know whether they want to do all that. Not a card. Not a card, it's a book. Like whether they want to do that or not, that means that they would have to humble themselves. Universe. The universe will show me the right path to take to reach my goal. So I believe that there's a part of them that feels like you guys are soulmate twin flames, that the universe will just bring you two together, that they've kind of racked their brain a lot, so much thinking that there's so much thinking, it's caused them to like almost get overloaded. So they're not thinking at all anymore, and they're just kind of like giving it up to the universe because they feel like you are their soulmate. So they almost just feel like things are going to work out regardless of whether it does or not. It's a little delusional. I choose to be debt free and to live in a fluent and healthy life. Again, they want to be like, again, fluent. And I believe that they feel like you are, that you live an abundant life. Again, you're kind of like their muse. They didn't realize your importance to them. They didn't realize your worth when they were with you. Again, they gave so small. And so it's almost like they had to completely demolish this relationship in order to see the importance of this relationship. That's why the song goes, you don't know what you got till it's gone. I'm afraid this relationship is too good to be true, and I pull away in fear. It's, again, they've never had such a deep type of relationship. So I believe that they, again, would get close, and then they get close, they pull away, they get close, they pull away. And so again, that was that in and out relationship. That was the non-committal energy. That was because of their, again, baggage from all their past relationships. And that is, again, when you would call them out on it, they felt judged, but meanwhile, you weren't judging them. You were just talking to them. But that's what happens when you have a lot of wounds. When you have a lot of wounds, you take everything the wrong way. You take it almost as an attack. But meanwhile, they knew what they were doing the whole time. They were trying to keep you at bay. They were trying to have the upper hand. They were being self-righteous, again, putting themselves on, elevating themselves. But again, now that the relationship's over, they want to feel that way again. And they realize, again, the importance of this relationship, that they do love you. But now they feel like your rose-colored glasses are off and that you actually see. And they wish that you knew how grateful that they are for the relationship and for, again, what you've taught them. They're ready not to play any more games. They don't want you to give up on them. But however, in order for this relationship to clear, you would need to, again, clear yourself. And they would actually need to clear themselves of, again, the abandonment issues. You have abandonment issues because of them, and they have abandonment issues because their relationships never work out. They are very emotional over you, again, because they realize that they didn't give you enough. And now they're stuck in, again, this self-observation. I feel a sexual energy between us, yet it's beyond physical attraction. It needs to be elevated to the expression of deep unconditional love. So yes, so again, this person is used of sexual connection, not really emotional connection. This person is all about the passion. And so again, the twin flame, soulmate, past life connection, there's a lot of passion. There's a lot of passion, but if person isn't healed, it stays at that lower level. And really, soulmate twin flame energy is really supposed to, again, like move beyond the physical attraction and be elevated into unconditional love. And that's through transmuting the spiritual blocks that have occurred from past relationships, past hurts, past wounds, wounds that make us feel abandoned, make us feel obscure. Again, this person didn't give enough to you, and now they're realizing the importance of the relationship. Again, it's confirming it, where they're like, they know that they should have given more. Now, was this a logical thing? No, it was more like felt, a knowing, a spiritual thing, because that's what soulmate twin flame relationships are. They're divine connections brought together by spirit in order to transmute the wounds that we can't heal on our own, wounds that, again, are only healed by unconditional love, and again, by transmuting those wounds by purpose, a lot of times, by the soulmate twin flame union of them working together, doing something again to transmute these lower energies. Your person realizes that they didn't do that. So they're not just suffering because they missed a good opportunity. Maybe, again, you're a good catch. They perceive that you're a good catch. All Virgos are good catches. Again, they usually do well in their work. They always look good. They're, again, very, very classy. It's a classy zodiac. And so, again, they're seeing what they did wrong. They wanted to treat you like how they treated all their past relationships, and they're paying dearly for it because they feel bad. Past lives are influencing our connection. I've lost you in other lifetimes, and that makes me afraid I need to heal the grief to allow the love to bloom. Past life again. So again, soulmate, twin flame from past life, and come back into this life to heal the wounds, and this person did not heal them. So the pain is incredible because they actually have done a lot of self-observation and they see what needs to be done. They see what they did do, and they see how they got to where they are in this relationship with you. And again, they kind of repeated the same karmic cycle. This is what this showed. But at least they know I've been giving my power away to people in my life. I'm learning to set boundaries. So again, they tend to avoid this relationship. They tend to avoid intimacy. And so they do this by helping other people and giving other people. It spends their time on these people that have detachment issues, people that have intimacy issues. tend to give like superficial relationships a lot more than the important people in their life. And so I believe your person didn't give you, again, they gave you so little, which is why they're a little bit afraid to come back, because they know that you know that they didn't give what was right. And part of them is like, oh, I'm only going to get judged again. I don't want to get judged. I know what I did. I almost want to just pick up where we left off. So again, it shows that they would need, your person would need to heal this intimacy issue where they give their time and energy away to other people instead of healing, again, their connections, instead of working on themselves, because that's a form of avoidance. Unhealed empaths do that. They tend to help other people and then not help themselves. And then so that they can get that emotional fulfillment. But what's happening is they're feeling the difference. And I say it just like that because they say, I want to feel that way again. So again, they know that it's just counterfeit and it's not really fulfilling them anymore. Because once you experience a soulmate twin flame relationship, that depth of that relationship, you can't just be codependent and get that same type of feeling and have that same type of connection. You're always going to feel like you wind up coming up short. And that's what your person realizes now. They can't go back to the way that they were. My heart is opening to love and guiding me back to you. And that's what I'm saying. You can never go back. Once you, experience that unconditional love, soulmate twin flame trumps any old soulmate. So you can't even go and replace this person, can't even go and replace you. It's like they're stuck in self-observation. They're stuck in, again, the pain of how they treated you. Let's see how we're gonna close this out. Any last messages? Any last messages? I'm only going to pull 2 from here. Any last messages? I was pretending to be someone else, and I said that in the beginning. Again, not letting you that close in the beginning, giving you little, pretending to be someone else, elevating their ego, giving you very small so you couldn't come into their life. But mainly, again, that was because, again, of all the wounding that they've had that has made them not feel good about themselves, makes them feel very small. Again, your relationship with them, even if you wouldn't be with them, if you're not going to be with them, still served a purpose for them, made them look at themselves, made them see, well, if I'm going to cut myself off from love forever, this is how I'm going to act. And they don't really want to cut themselves off from love. They wanted to be able to control love. They wanted to have the upper hand. So I believe that your person is used to dealing with people not on the same vibration as you, that you have a lot higher vibration. So you didn't put up with this. They're used to being able to come in and out. They're used to be able to only consider themselves. Not that other people would like it, not that the other women would like it or men would like it, but the other people that they dated would put up with it, and in the fact that they put up with it, it kind of made your person have a big ego. But again, that's not really who they are. They created that big ego to elevate themselves because of the feeling of feeling very small inside. And that's mainly due to all their bad relationships. I'm not ready. So it's, again, they're coming back, but they are not ready right now because I feel like they're still healing, but they know that they are coming back. I'm afraid of commitment, and this is what it said before. So these are the things that you need to look out for, because just because they're coming back to you, it doesn't mean that the wounding is 100% healed. Or they may say, I want a relationship. I want to be able to have you in my life, but I'm not sure whether I could be in a relationship. I'm not sure. I'm working my way back to you, but I'm not really ready for a commitment. So you would have to be careful, Virgo. I pulled away because I am overwhelmed with all of the things going on in my life. So again, I believe that a lot of things were going on in their life, and that's why they pulled away from you. Please be patient with me. So even though I do believe that they're coming back to you, I believe that they can't take a lot of pressure. I believe that they want you, again, to be really patient with them and to, work on that commitment thing, like give them flexibility. Because again, they still don't 100% like who they are. They still have wounded. How should you deal with this? How should you deal with them? How should you deal with them? Because it's not like they don't care. It's that they do care, but it's again, they're still afraid. They're still not ready. They're still have abandonment issues. Again, romantic partner. Problem resolved. Believe, because what this is saying is you have such a strong connection to them as well. So you have to realize that a partner is somebody that is going to be willing to work with each other, right? I mean, partners mean that you take the responsibility and that you take into consideration what the other person feels and what they're going through. And you sometimes need to hold space. And that means be there without judgment. And so I believe the way in order to do that is to make sure that emotionally you're getting what you need, to make sure that you're interactive in your life, to make sure that you're not expecting this person to fulfill you, because they're not going to be able to. And so if you know that this person is not capable of emotionally giving you everything right now, does that mean that they'll be able to eventually? Yes. Trust is the only thing that can gain intimacy, that can strengthen intimacy. Nothing else is going to be able to strengthen intimacy, because intimacy at its core means trust. Your person has been betrayed by a lot of people. Again, I believe that they also played games because of their commitment issues. So they were in one good relationship that they tried, they got burnt, and in every other relationship, they brought that wounding in that created more wounding. So they got into the habit of just entering into every relationship by elevating themselves, and to again, like, be a little self-righteous, give the person that they're with very little to make them always want more. However, they met you, they have this soul relationship, they try to do the same thing, you walk away, now they're in pain. But that pain has made them look at themselves, and that pain also made you look at yourself, because again, this person was a soulmate. had a very strong connection, and they again had one foot in, one foot out. They wouldn't commit, they wouldn't give any more than the minimum. And again, when you walked away. So believe me, if this person comes back and says, well, I want to give you that relationship, you would have to allow them to do that if that's what you wanted, if you want the relationship. Otherwise, you're going to cut your nose off to spite your face. So it's to say, this person is my partner. I'm going to hold space because the unconditional love is there. You just can't make them like be the person that gives you everything that you need emotionally, because they're not capable. Creative expression. And I believe like it's also because your person tends to focus more on the physical, it's rushing into relationships without building an emotional connection is bad. But they don't really know how to do that because number one, they don't feel comfortable. And number two, that requires intimacy. So what this is saying is when soulmate twin flames get together, they usually are supposed to do something together. So creative expression is when you guys do things together, like create something together, play together. If you have hobbies together, if you are interested in the same types of things, to go and do them together, to play together. The second chakra is in charge of our creativity, our sexuality. It also identifies with our identity, who we perceive that we are. Your person thinks that they're small, and they think that they're small because they focus too much on what has happened in the past. So this is really telling you to get in the moment. Again, don't let this person ruminate on what has happened in the past, and don't ruminate on how the relationship needs to go. Be in the relationship. Act like a partner. Play together. And the problem will be resolved. Because it's not that love isn't there. It's that wounding is here. Your person feels, again, like they're small, doesn't feel good enough. They hid who they are. They pretended that they were someone that they weren't. Why? Because they didn't feel well. So they had one foot in, they had one foot out. They never really gave. They have commitment issues from all their past relationships. However, they know that they treated you wrong. They feel bad about how they treated you. They realize all the spiritual lessons that they needed to learn. The fact that the past life connection, that you're an important past life connection, and that also that they know that they feel the sexual energy between you guys were beyond, way beyond the physical attraction, but it needed to be elevated to the expression of unconditional love. And the way that that can really be done is through creative expression. By giving and receiving of love, we become unconditional love. And that also teaches us how to work with our partner by, again, trusting them, by asking what we need, by compromising, by learning to go with the flow, by learning to allow your person their process, for them to allow you to have your process. And this builds trust, this builds intimacy, which is why this relationship really is, it's for purification for both of you two, to evolve into the next layer, to evolve to higher consciousness of unconditional love. A lot of times our wounds are deep, especially when we've had one bad relationship after another bad relationship after another bad relationship. We tend to enter into each relationship having expectations of how things are going to go, and we're not conscious. We're not conscious because we're fearful. Instead of, again, being grounded, this talks about needing to be grounded. I don't know where that card is, but it was, again, right in the beginning, asking us to ground, asking your person to ground, to be in the moment, to stop reflecting on the past, to be in the now, and then to be able to play together, to create new experiences together, so that it will build intimacy, and that will, again, help you, again, clear yourself, clear them of the wounding. And the best way is through creative expression. Creative expression is done by creating something together. Sex is also a way of creative expression. There's many different ways to heal through that second chakra, to create ourselves so that we see ourselves differently, to create something with our partner, to learn balance, to again learn compromise, to again build stronger intimacy, and to again bring forth something to humanity a lot of times when we're again are working with our soulmate twin flame, right? Because that helps us connect to other people. So it's actually the strongest form of intimacy, creative expression. So that's what this is saying, in order to really clear those spiritual blocks. And your spiritual blocks, Virgo, could just be, I have abandonment issues. I had them before I entered this relationship. When I got into this relationship, this person activated them even more because they're a soulmate, twin flame. So I couldn't even fathom that they would do this, because I thought the relationship was important and this is how they treated it. And now I have extreme anxiety over it. It brought back all the wounding from my childhood, from every other relationship that didn't work out. So Spirit's saying all that from the past. Again, this person was the catalyst to bring it all up in you. You were the catalyst to bring it all up in them, but to transmute. And the only way we can transmute that negative energy, that painful, wounding energy, is create with it through our creative expression. And that allows us to not just become like more of a unit to build strong intimacy, but it also helps us to transcend the limitations of our own minds of what we can have. So I'm going to leave that there, Virgo. Now, if you resonated with this video, let me know. Leave me a like, comment, be interactive with me. I love it when you do, and I'll be on again soon. All right, bye. And if you want to win that reading, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and write the word love in your comment bar, and you may be the lucky winner of a free psychic reading with me. You'll know if I wrote the word winner underneath your comment. Okay, bye.